Right guys, this is a quick input on multiplying and dividing fractions. Okay, so we'll start with division, I think, because that's the easiest. So there's two ways to do this. If you were given 8/12 divided by 4, okay, so first thing you ask yourself, can you divide your numerator by your whole number, okay, equally into equal part, into whole parts? If you can, that's all you do. So what's 8 divided by 4? It's 2, so your answer would be 2/12. You leave your 12ths alone. Okay, let's do another example. So if it was 12/13 divided by 3, can you divide 12 equally by 3 into whole parts? Yes, you can. 12 divided by 3 is 4, so your answer would be 4/13. Okay? So that's the first thing you ask yourself. If you were given this question, for example, can you divide 7 equally into whole parts by 3? No, you can't. So this is when you flip it and reverse it, okay? So what you end up doing is you end up flipping it and multiplying your whole number by your denominator. So it ends up being 7, you do your 8 and you multiply it by your 3. So 8 times 3 is 24, and your 7 would stay the same, okay? Now I'll show you another example. 9/11 divided by 4. Can you divide 9 equally by 4? No. So you flip reverse it and you multiply these two together. So you end up with 9/44. Okay? Right. Next we're going to look at multiplication. So we'll have a look first of all at multiplying two fractions together. So if I gave you 3/5 multiplied by 2/8, and I think what you guys do is you just overcomplicate it. Okay? The way we've taught, you just multiply your top two together, multiply your denominators together. So 3 times 2 is 6. And 5 times 8 is 40. Now what you need to make sure you do though, if you can simplify, you simplify. Now these are both even numbers, so I know I can divide them by 2. If in doubt, if they're both even, just keep dividing by 2 until you can't go any further. So 6 divided by 2 is 3, and 40 divided by 2 is 20. Now I know I can't divide this any further because 3 is a prime number, okay? So that would be your answer to that one. So let's look at another one. 7/11 times by 2/3. See if you can figure out this answer while I'm doing it. So multiply your numerators together. 7 times 2 is 14. Multiply your denominators together. 11 times 3 is 33. Now I'm looking at it, one's odd, one's even, so I can't divide by 2. So I'm thinking, is 14 in my 3 times table? No, it's not. So I don't think I can simplify that one any further. Okay? And then your last one, 2/9 multiplied by 6/8. So multiply your numerators together. 2 times 6 is 12. And then multiply your denominators together. 9 times 8 is 72. Now I'm looking at this going, that looks familiar. Oh, 72 is also in my 12 times table, so I can simplify it by dividing them both by 12. So 12 divided by 12 is 1, and 72 divided by 12 is 6. Okay? So please make sure you simplify them if you can. Right, let's have a look at a question if it's a fraction multiplied by a... Oh, my board isn't working anymore. There we go, just change page. A fraction multiplied by a whole number. So let's start off with 3 multiplied by 2/7. So I want 3 lots of 2/7. So I'm going to end up with so many 7s. So I want 3 lots of 2/7. So in essence, I'm doing 3 times 2. Okay, 3 times 2 gives me 6. My answer's not improper, so I can leave it as it is. So let's do another one. 6/9 multiplied by 4. Doesn't matter where your whole number is. So again, I'm working in ninths. So I want 4 lots of 6/9. So 4 times 6 gives me 24. Okay, and I can, if I'm feeling clever, convert it to a mixed number, which would be 2 wholes, because that's 18 and 6/9. we can simplify it to 2/3. Okay? So that's probably the easier way for multiplying fractions. It's when you get questions like this that become a little bit tricky. Let's have a look. 2 3/9 multiplied by 5. And again, this is when you've got two ways of doing it. So you can choose to do partition it, whole number times whole number. So 2 times 5 gives you 10. Underline it, that's part of your answer. And then you're doing 3/9 multiplied by 5. So how many ninths will I have? 3 times 5. When we multiply your whole number by your numerator, so that's 15. What's that as a mixed number? That will be 1 6/9. So again, that's part of my answer. Then I add my two answers together to get my final one, which is 11 6/9. Or 2/3 if you want to simplify it again. Let me show you that the improper way. So 2 3/9 multiplied by 5. So convert this fraction here, this mixed number, into an improper fraction. So 2 times 9 is 18. Add on your 3, so it'll be 21/9 multiplied by 5. So now you need to do 21 multiplied by 5. Okay? So you've worked that out, you have 105/9. So now you need to think, how many 9s go into 105? Well, I'm hoping you're thinking, well, 99 is 9 lots. And then you've got 6. Sorry, not 9 lots. 99 is 11 lots, and then you've got 6 left over. My brain is tired, sorry guys. So again, you're still getting the same answer, but it's different ways. This way, this second way, is harder in the sense of that your numbers are going to be bigger. Okay, so if you're confident with your number facts, this way might be quicker for you. Whereas if you prefer your numbers to be smaller, trying the one on the left will probably be better for you. Okay, let's do that one more time. Let's have a look at another question just to keep it fresh in your brain. Okay, right, let's have a look. We'll have 3 6/8 multiplied by 7. So I'm going to do it the partition way first. So 3 times 7 equals 21. That's part of my answer. And I'm going to do 6/8 times by 7 equals how many 8s? So 6 times 7 is 42, which equals, I know, 8 times 5, and then 2 left over. That's part of my answer. So then I've add them together. 21 add 5 is 26 and 2/8. Okay? Or 1/4 if you want to simplify it. Okay, let's look at it the other way. Turn it into an improper fraction. So, into an improper whole number times denominator. So 3 times 8 is 24. Add on your 6 is 30. Times by 7. Now I need to do 30 times 7. Well, I know that 3 times 7 is 21. So 30 times 7 will be 210. Put your 8 underneath. And this is what I mean by now you have to work out how many 8s go into 210. Okay? Which is why it becomes tricky. Okay? Now I know that 10 lots would be 80. So 20 lots will be 160. And 50 away. So I know that 5 times 8 is another 40, so that's 24, and that would give me 200, and add on another 8, 26, and 2 8s. But I got lost there, trying to work that out, so I won't be surprised if you guys do as well, okay? So make sure you do whichever method is best for yourself, okay?